Hi YouTube friends, in this video I'll show you the 3 simple steps that you have to do to keep your Bestway pool or your Intex pool nice and clean and the water super clear. Let's go! There are 3 simple steps you have to do to keep the water in your Bestway pool or Intex pool nice and clear. They're very simple to do, it won't take long at all, and in this video I'll show you exactly what they are. None of these steps are very difficult to do, but if you skip only just one of them, you might end up with a pool that has water that is green or a little bit murky, or with the pool walls or floor becoming very slippery. So if you want to avoid that, just watch these 3 steps and you are good to go. The first step to keep your Intex pool or Bestway mobile pool nice and clean is to actually wipe it regularly with a cloth, or to brush it with a pool brush or any brush you can find really. After a few days, when you have your pool set up like this, small microorganisms start to actually grow on the surfaces or on the bottom of the pool. They're called algae, and if you leave them on, they can grow further, but if you brush them off with wiping or with the brush itself, then they'll get suspended in the water and it's much harder for them to grow. If you're looking for any product links to do that, like a pool brush or something, I will have those linked in the text description below the video, of course. And that's not the only thing to do. Let's move on to step 2 to keep your pool looking nice and clean. Step number 2 is to actually add chemicals to your pool. And the most common pool chemical to use is actually chlorine. Chlorine normally comes in tablets. So I've got some here actually. Got them in this container, and the tablet looks something like this. Got it wrapped in plastic right now because they are quite smelly. And that's it. Of course, what you don't want to do is just take the tablet and throw it into the pool, because then it starts eating away at the pool canvas and it ends up with a white spot instead of blue. And if you leave it a little bit longer, I'm pretty sure it's going to even eat a hole into the pool, so that's going to destroy it very quickly. So what you actually need is one of these chemical floaters. So you just dump the tablet in there, you can open it, put the tablet in, close it again. And then here you can set the opening if you want it to dispense fast or very slowly. And that mainly depends on the size of your pool, and then secondary also on your local climate, but mainly the size of the pool. Mine is quite small, so I don't need much of an opening. You put it in there and then you make sure that it dissolves into the water nice and gradually, and it keeps going. So if you're looking for a floater or any of those tablets, again, of course, I have links in the video description, and I'll try to link them on the top of the screen here as well. Alright, once you've got those 2 steps done, you're a long way along already, but to make it even better, let's go to step 3. Great, alright, so step number 3, and that is to actually add a filter pump to your pool, kind of like this one here. So what a filter pump does, it actually circulates the water in the pool, and that means that if there is any dirt floating around in the pool itself, the moving water will pick it up and it will suck it through the tubes into this pump and clean it out of the pool. And the second thing that will also happen is have good circulation with the water and the chemicals in the pool, so they can mix properly, and the chlorine can actually do its work to keep the water nice and healthy and nice and clear. One thing you have to remember though, with of course the dirt that comes out of the pool and sucked into the filter pump, the dirt does not just disappear, it actually stays inside the filter pump. So you do have to regularly clean the filter inside. And especially when you notice that the flow going into the pool or out of the pool has become quite a bit less, it's most likely that the filter inside the pump is a little bit dirty. So you'll have to actually open it up, take the filter out, just rinse it with a powerful jet of water, or just under the tap, whatever you actually have available. Put it back in and switch the pump back on. And it would be really good if you can actually do this daily, then you'll definitely get the best results. If you cannot, slightly less than that is probably fine as well, so like every other day or so. And those are the 3 simple steps to keep your Bestway pool or Intex pool looking nice and clean and the water very clear as well. Then I do have some extra tips for you, things that I've seen often posted in the comments below the video. So let me take you through some of the most common issues that actually happen with pools. So one of the common things that I read quite often in the comments below my pool videos is actually that the water in the pool has become really cloudy, like maybe kind of green, or it does look really milky or murky. So what do you do then? Do you have to actually drain the water in the pool, or is there another way to fix it? So there's actually this thing called pool shock treatment, which actually will give a very high dose of chlorine to the pool to clear up the water really fast, like within a day or so. So that is something you could actually buy, and the product link again of course will be below the video. And that's going to clear up the chemicals in the pool really fast, and after that you can resume with the normal chlorine tablets that I showed you earlier. So that is something you could try. If that still doesn't work, then you might have to make sure that your filter is working properly, and that you've also, like I said in step 1, brushed all the surfaces inside the pool properly. If that still doesn't work, then there might be some other problem with the chemical composition of the water in your pool. The second thing I thought of is that you might actually have trouble with operating the filter pump that comes with your pool. So I have an Intex filter pump myself, and I actually made a troubleshooting video for that pump to cover various common problems with the pump, and it's already helped a lot of people to actually get their pump working properly again. So again, the link will be below the video in the description. Something else that I noticed that makes a big difference: when you actually turn on the filter pump for the day, instead of just leaving it, just jump into the pool just before you turn it on and go with the brush and brush all the sand that's lying on the pool floor and the small bits of debris, so they become suspended in the water. And then when you turn on the pump, it can easily suck out all those bits and your pool will turn out even cleaner. So it's a little bit more work, but it really makes a big difference to make your pool looking really nice and clear. Awesome. All right, so the last thing I thought I would mention to actually help you out is controlling the temperature of your pool. So I'm actually living in Qatar. It's in the middle of the summer right now, so the temperatures during midday are approaching 50 degrees Celsius, which is around 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So I just want my pool always as cool as possible. So what I've actually made is this solar shade cover out of an old bed sheet and an old kitesurf kite. I've been sewing it all together, and when the sun is shining I put it right over the top of the pool, and it does actually lower the temperature of the pool by about 5 degrees Celsius. So I think that's a huge difference. And because of that we can actually now still use the pool. So it's quite amazing. What we also tried is use huge ice blocks to lower the temperature of the pool, but that was a bit of a hassle, but a lot of fun. So that's in another video, and I'm sure you know by now where you can find the link to that one. And if you actually are in a colder climate and you want to keep your pool nice and warm, there's also solar covers that you can get for the pool itself that actually use the sun's energy to keep as much heat of it inside the pool. And apparently they're very effective too. So again, have an idea where you can find the link to those products. And that's it. That's all I came up with for this video. Alright, and that was my video for the 3 basic steps for Intex pool and Bestway pool maintenance to keep it looking nice and clear like this one behind me here. I hope the video was useful for you. If it was, then please give me a like. If you didn't like it, then of course click the dislike, and just to be sure, make sure you click it twice. And of course, if you still have any questions or you want to tell me something, then write in the comments. And the other thing, if you subscribe to the channel, you can expect a lot of adventures coming to you. I'm really into paragliding and kitesurfing, sailing and travel, so too many things to mention really, and there'll be lots more coming to the channel. So then I'll hope to see you very soon. Thanks a lot for watching and take care. Bye bye! If you want to watch even more of my adventures, these are the things I'm really into. And in one of my next adventures, I'll take you on a desert paragliding trip. Hi Frego friends! It's just super high tides here at the paragliding spot at Sea Line in Qatar, so it's gonna be awesome flying. So hopefully this is all gonna be full by sunset. That'll be awesome. I hope so. Let's see.